Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Monday to you all. Happy September to you all. Hopefully your months and your weeks are off to a great start. It is a very exciting day for me indeed because we have multiple K-band releases to check out. Starting off with a little bit of Day6 action one time. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Welcome to the show was my first proper Day6 era following them as a K-band aficionado. It took way too long for me to get around to them. But last time around, that forever album was so much fun. Tons of great songs on there. And now we have the brand new mini album that has just dropped today. I believe it's called like the Band-Aid album with the brand new title track titled Meltdown. So that is what we are going to go and check out today, as well as the EP later on tonight. There's like, I don't know how many people dropped new music today, but there's a lot of new music that dropped today, and I need to get around to them because I can't afford to get behind this week. So lots of new music for me, but we get to start off with a K-band, and that's my bread and butter. This is my speciality, so to speak. So let's get started, shall we? Here we go. There we go. Wondering why my Stream Deck buttons weren't working. And now I have to go and update the K-band intro because Day6 have a new release out. Cool stuff. But I haven't heard anything from this era, so we're going to go in completely blind, which is the best way to approach a brand new release. So let's go. It's got a nice driving beat, but it's not... It's got a great driving beat, but there's like an underlying darkness to it. Although it does naturally get a little bit brighter with one pill, doesn't it? Ooh. Loving the syncopation. Smiley Young K, my favorite Young K. Oh my goodness, it's terrific. I need it louder though. Go. Ooh. Swap the driving beat for a more bottom-loaded one. Man, I love that one pill will just naturally create a contrast with any other vocalist, and it just sparkles. And then getting rocker vocal Sungjin, of course, is always a great time. Love the fact that the beat doesn't let up even through the bridge as well. Now we let the song reset itself. You know, right at the beginning, I wasn't sure what type of sound we were going to go for, but this does have a very kind of optimistic, you know, look at the bright side, we can do it type vibes at the end. I love that. Very nice, gentlemen. Man, is that fun or what? This is the magic of the K-band. Oh, yes, indeed. But yeah, it's a weirdly surprising song in that it doesn't immediately scream like what the type of song it's going to be from the get-go. Like with Welcome to the Show, it was pretty evident what type of song it was going to be. Meltdown is not as obvious, which I kind of appreciate. It makes you really listen to the song, so to speak. It's not one of those songs where you can listen to the first 30 seconds and understand all of it. The way it progresses is really subtle, but it's really natural. And like by the time you realize it, the sensation of the song has really evolved into its final form, and it's really pretty. But it's also very gas. Like there's high energy involved in this, but a way that's not overwhelming. I mean, this is a band, so we're gonna have some very fancy chord sequences and stuff in there, but it's just a great time. Let's go back to the beginning and run it again, please. It's that moment there. Like, I think in terms of the energy of the song, you can tell it's very upbeat, but in terms of like what type of upbeat energy it is, I don't think it's as obvious as that. And you know, you've got this kind of chill groove going on through the intro, or through the first verse, I should say, you know, with Dawn on that kick kind of driving the beat forward. Nice broad guitar strokes. Okay, well, we're gonna keep it a little bit low key for a little bit. Crank up the intensity. And then like that is a drastic change, and it is immediate, and the way it increases, it's not a bright increase. There's like a little bit of disdain to it. There's a little bit of like apprehensiveness to it, maybe a little bit of fear involved. And it's really neat what stylistically that does for the song, because for me at least, it makes me think a little bit. It's not like, okay, we got some energy going. It's a complex type of energy where you can kind of digest it. You can let it marinate a little bit. It's like, oh, wait, hold on a second. Maybe there's something else going on. And then One Pill, I feel like, just naturally makes it pretty and bright. That is the advantage of his treble-loaded voice, is that to kind of counter the fact that the song goes into this weird apprehension stage, you get One Pill with his brighter vocal come in, and it's a little bit sparkly, it's a little bit magical, it brightens it up a little bit. It's like, ah, okay, we're back. And then that release, the way it just like climbs up the musical scale too, is really nice. And it's not an overwhelming chorus release, but the energy is exactly what you want. And with the MV, you know, depicting all of the colorful smoke going off, it feels very like the visuals and the music feel very intact with each other. Slowly climb it. It's like two steps forward, one step back, and you slowly climb up. And then little post-chorus action. Getting all the instruments having a little bit of fun, getting going double time with the snare, getting the guitar going a little crazy, get everybody involved, and you have that, you know, it's like that last wind kind of deal where you're really giving it the beans, you're giving it the big ones, and then you have one more extra burst of energy at the end, and then we reset it back to this tamer beat. And even though the verse technically is half the length of verse 1, it's the exact same effect, right? Kill the beat all the way to where it is really just rhythm with doing on that foot pedal. And then have that sudden injection of energy. Rinse and repeat first time around, second time around, you just have the one dose of it, and then you bring in Mr. One Pill to bring the brightness back. And I think it's really cool that the lyrics become more hopeful when One Pill's bright vocals come in. I just think that's it's a very subtle stylistic choice, but one that I very much welcome, because honestly, One Pill's voice does give me a little bit like a hopeful vibe to it. We've done, I think, one OST of his this year, but whenever you get One Pill's voice on a bright and upbeat song, it does give me energy. It does fill me with energy, and it's a great time. What a bar. Like, what a bar. That smile you have enables me to hang in there again. What a bar, man. And the fact that, I know, it's a song that's got pretty, like, heavy human emotion attached to it. And you kind of go on a roller coaster of emotions, so to speak. Like, you start off in kind of like depths, and there's this other being that picks you up and gives you life again. And the song kind of reflects that. But the bridge, you almost kind of expect that formula to repeat itself, but it just keeps going. We're just gonna keep going. And then reset. And then bringing everything back together, and it just, oh yes. That's honestly all I have to say about this. Oh yes indeed. Oh, this is so fun. And of course we have B-sides to check out once again, and that's so exciting too. Oh my goodness. I believe also Exterior Heroes' next installment of the open beta single is dropping this week as well. That's extremely exciting indeed. And yeah, it's a great time to be a K-band fan, honestly. Like, oh, I'm so excited to get into the B-sides. Of course, that's going to be later tonight. If it isn't out already, keep your eyes peeled for it. I think I'm going to try and get all the MVs done first, and then go off and eat dinner, and then run the albums later. Because, again, there's so much stuff that dropped today. So we're going to work through it one by one. But I am getting around to this album tonight. So if you're interested, keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, that is going to be it from me. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, you know, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy in the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.